I want to talk to you today about a little extension that will help you as you're using your Twitter account, and that extension is Tweetdeck. And if you don't have Tweetdeck already, you can go to the apps collection, the Skittles colored icon in the upper left corner of your laptop, or if you're on your Chromebook, you can come down to the little circle down here and find the Chrome Web Store and search for it in the Chrome Web Store, and be sure that you are getting the extension called Tweetdeck Launcher. And once you get that, it's going to live up here on your toolbar. It's a blue square with a black bird in it instead of the white bird you typically see with your Twitter account. And once it's loaded, it's going to look something like this. And one of the ways that we use Tweetdeck is to, is to schedule our tweets. If you follow our Twitter account, you may know that at 7:45 every Tuesday morning, you get a GISD tech tip. And we are rarely sitting at our desk at 7:45 on Tuesday morning, but we can schedule those tweets to go out at that time because we use Tweetdeck. So if I were going to do that, I would come up here in the upper left-hand corner and click New Tweet. I would compose something here, and I would just have a brief text. I might use some of my handy Twitter abbreviations. Capital TS stands for teachers. Capital SS is generally accepted to stand for students. And if you are limited to 140 characters, you may get used to some of the other abbreviations that are Twitter language. But once my tweet is composed, I'll remember to put my hashtag in there. I'm going to use Future Ready Pirates. If there are people that I want to be sure they see this tweet, I might mention them. Granbury ISD is one. If you mention Granbury ISD, Jeff will see it really quickly. If it's something that needs to be retweeted to get a bigger audience, he's really good about that. So once it's composed, I can add a picture, and the tips on the note sheet today, if you've looked at those, indicate that if there's something visual with a tweet, it's more likely to be read. So I can add an image. You can upload those from your computer. You can take a screenshot and add in there. After you have added a picture to your tweet, the next little button under there says Schedule Tweet. We're going to click that, and you should get a calendar. You can pick the date that you want your tweet to go out. I'm going to pick the 17th of November, and I want this tweet to go out at, let's say, 3 p.m. So I'm going to change the time. If you want a.m., you just click here and change to 3 a.m. and then back to 3 p.m. So the date and the time are set, and once I'm satisfied that I have that done like I want it, I'm going to click Tweet at 17 November 2016. And you get a little check mark, and you may have to refresh the page to see your scheduled tweet. Once you do that, your scheduled tweet will show up in the column listed as scheduled. Another way that we use Tweetdeck is to follow certain hashtags that we want to keep up with. We follow Google for EDU. We follow GISD Greatness 17. In your case, you might want to follow a hashtag for Red Ribbon Week or some other topic that you are helping with on campus. To do that, you'll click Add a Column. And if you want to follow someone in particular, you can create this column to do that. I'm going to search for, let's just say, I'm going to search for Red Ribbon Week, and I'll choose that. And here are the tweets loading that have been tweeted having to do with Red Ribbon Week. And if this is something that I want to follow and be able to see quickly, if I choose Add a Column, that column is going to appear on my screen, and it will be auto-populated. Every time someone tweets with this hashtag that I've chosen, that tweet is going to appear in this feed. It's like a live feed that follows a different hashtag. You can use a hashtag. You can use someone in particular. One of the ones that we have followed recently is Google Apps for Education for Littles. There it is, and I can choose it. I can see the tweets that are loading, and I can add that column. So in this column, I'm going to see everything that's tweeted all across the nation that has the hashtag Google Apps for Education for Littles. And this is a teacher in California who tweets ideas about using technology in an elementary classroom. So you kind of get the idea, and you can play around with that. If you want to reorder them, you can, over on the far left, you can drag them to a different order so that your columns appear in a different order. So you have some choices there. And if you'll just take a few minutes to look through the features of Tweetdeck, I think it'll be something that you'll find useful.